Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:02. We'll go through the roll call and the attendance. Joseph Bryant.
Here.
Maddie Crowell.
Here.
Julia Felici.
Here.
Shelby Hamblin.
Here.
Martin Kennedy.
Here.
Lacey Lampkins.
Here.
Vinay Skiles.
Here.
Stephanie Tretchell. Jeanette Webster.
Here.
All right, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Can you all look at that? And if there's any changes, please, we can do that. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? Julia motions and Stephanie seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, we'll go on to the approval of the minutes. Have you all checked out the minutes? Is there a motion to approve the minutes? Maddie motions, and yeah. Shelby seconds. All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, and we'll move on to the reports. The chair has no report. Advisors?
No, I do not.
The only one is from BEC yesterday. Did vote to approve. I don't remember which one.
It's Shape of America, but we're
Yeah.
still waiting for the final approval
Yep.
for that one.
But BEC did approve on there, and the Shape America Convention funding that we put forward. So just waiting on final approval, but that is all that I have.
Okay, now we move into public comment. Is there any public comment? All right, seeing that, next to old business, there's no old business, so we will move immediately into new business with supplemental funding request presentations. Can supplemental funding request 1843 photography trip please come forward for your presentation?
Where should I go?
Can come
Right
right
up
up here?
here? Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize my people would be here. Like kind of just actual photos, not presentation.
You're good.
You want to look at them for
Absolutely.
this for? My name is Dylan. I'm the president of the Park Club. I started it in the fall quarter because I guess there wasn't one. So far, we've gained about 25 members, give or take 5, depending on the day. We've done like a variety of like trips around the area. Like we went to Yakima Caves. We're going to Vantage this weekend. We went to Seattle like 3 times, but then we're trying to go to Portland. I guess I have nothing there. And so we booked an Airbnb for 10 of us who were all interested. We would have brought more people were interested in coming. The Airbnb cost was like $592. So just put $600 because I didn't have the exact amount of time. And then we're just using our own cars to transport there and back and within the Portland area. So we're just requesting money for gas. All of the activities that we're doing, such as like a photo tour, we didn't request money from because we weren't sure how many were coming and if that was what we were going to do at the time. Also wanted to do maybe just general things. The purpose of the trip is just kind of an outing like the ones we do in general, just to learn some new things, bond as a club, and kind of gain experience taking photos of like usually nature, but people, nature, things in general. There's no like main goal of the trip per se, other than to kind of have fun and learn as a group. There's not much beyond that. It's a pretty simple request. I don't know if I should say anything beyond or questions.
Any questions? Yes.
From this trip to Portland, what will you and your club members bring back to Central?
Well, obviously we'll bring back photos that we've taken, like, and we're gonna try, if we do the photo trip, or the photo tour, any of the like skills we learned beyond what we know, we'll bring them back for our club to learn from us and to bring the knowledge we gain there.
Any other questions? Yes.
Did you sign off on this?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I sent
I was like, it doesn't say
that. I mean,
this.
that's not my signature.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Any other questions? All right, thank you very much. We will vote on this next week.
Thank you.
I was like,
Can we have supplemental funding request 1844 Pacific University Undergraduate Conference?
Well, hello everyone. We are the Philosophy and Religious Studies Club, and we are requesting funds to attend the Pacific University Undergraduate Philosophy Conference. So this conference is the largest undergraduate philosophy conference in the United States. It consists of presentations by undergraduates from all over the United States on their work. Everyone attending is an undergrad, except for the keynote speaker, which is a philosopher who's done something out of the ordinary with their philosophy. The dates that we will be attending is the 20th through the 22nd, and this will be in Pacific University in Forestburg, Oregon. So we are driving there, and we're requesting $292.48 for the motor pool, $300 for the registration. It's $50 per person, and 6 people are going. Hotel, we're getting 2 rooms for 2 nights, $510.44 for that. And that hotel that we chose is partnered with the conference people, so that it has a discounted rate. As a note, the cost of food was not calculated, and our, if you flip forward, we requested from the Club Senate last Wednesday, and they granted 500 only because they ran out of funds. Now we're requesting from you the remaining, and people who attend are gonna be responsible for paying for them.
All right, so why should you fund us? This really benefits, I know S&A is all about benefiting the CWU community. So this is going to be benefiting CWU community because we're all philosophy majors who are going. And so our goal as philosophy majors is to challenge other people to think critically about their beliefs and the way that they view the world. That's what we're taught in philosophy. And this is going to be like a really great opportunity experience for all of us who are going to learn how to communicate philosophy better. As well as Susanna said, there's going to be a keynote speaker who is from University of North Carolina. She's an excellent philosopher. University of North Carolina has a great philosophy program. So that's really going to be beneficial for all of us, bringing that back here. So in our philosophy classes and in all of our other classes, we can use that knowledge to help other people think through a philosophical lens.
As an example of how we actually help people at CWU talk through, modern day issues through philosophy, we have discussions every week, and last quarter we had a discussion about the recent shootings, the school shootings, and we were talking about how do you justify the government infringing on people's rights, and what counts as a justified law that will prevent you from doing something that you should be free to do. So what we do is we ask people to be respectful and think critically about what you're saying, and I think it helps have a conversation in a very polarized society where people are just talking past each other. So I think this is how we help the CWU community.
Yeah, and as it says, 2 people from our group are going to be presenting. Susanna is one of them, as well as one of the other guys that is going. So they're really going to have that opportunity to get experience communicating their ideas.
And represent CWU at one of the
Yes,
most
and representing
prestigious
Central
undergraduate
Washington
conferences.
City. All right, thank you. Question?
Is there judges for your work, like that you're presenting on?
Yes, they don't score you though. It's not like a scored thing, but they have a journal that they publish every year, and they're gonna choose about 8 papers
Oh wow.
to publish.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's kind of the second part of the competition. As it is though, you are grilled. I went last year and I presented a paper, and you are grilled by other undergrads. So it forces you to think very well how are you going to present an argument and defend
Wow.
it. Yeah, and we get to grill them too. So
Wow. Amazing.
yes.
What is your paper on, and what is the other one that's being presented?
The other one is philosophy of technology. Mine is was an existentialism paper, and I actually wrote about this philosopher Albert Camus and Levinas, another French philosopher. And his issue was he thought the most important question about philosophy is why should we not commit suicide? So I criticized him for failing to defend his position that we shouldn't. Well, and then I used supporting evidence from Levinas to say how we can actually tell people that they shouldn't commit rationally justified suicide. It was very interesting, and I think those conversations they're theoretical, but I love that we can bring them down to everyday occurrences, and then teach people, okay, this is how you apply it to your life, and this is how you can start thinking about issues that it's like an alternative.
Any other
Susanna and I disagree about that.
Yes.
Other than food, are there any other out-of-pocket expenses that you'll be paying?
No, just food.
Okay.
And is the hotel you all are staying at, is that where the conference is at, or is that?
No, it's very close to the
Okay.
yeah.
Any other questions? All right, thank you very much. We'll go to the next group.
Thank you.
The Supplemental funding request 1845 CASA. Please come forward.
Here?
I guess they're not here. We'll go on to the next one. 1846 Child Life Club.
All right, well, my name is Kelsey, and I'm the Vice President of the Child Life Club.
My name is Jessica. I'm the secretary of the Child Life Club.
And we are here to talk to you guys a little bit about the Association for Child Life Conference. So just a little bit about Child Life for those of you who don't know. A Child Life Specialist is a pediatric healthcare professional who works with children and families in hospital settings and other medical settings to help the children cope with diseases, illness, disability. And they can also provide support, information, and guidance to parents, siblings, and other family members that are accompanying their children in the hospitals and other medical settings. A little bit about our club is we've been functioning as a club since the fall, and we do a lot of service for the school. So a few of the things that we've done are we have a family resource parenting group. We also have been doing teddy bear clinics, which were really fun. It's just a way for us to get involved, and we create these teddy bears. For example, you can create a teddy bear that has a PICC line, and then for a child who's getting a PICC line in the hospital, they are able to see where the PICC line at. They're a little bit able to manipulate the teddy bear, just so they're more comfortable with the procedure before it actually happens to them. They can ask more questions. You can also see some of the children's emotions that they're not actually telling you by the way that they're interacting with this teddy bear. So there's actually a lot of benefits, and we've reached out to hospitals and helped provide some teddy bears for them. We also have been on hospital visits. I believe we've been on 2 this year. We went to Seattle Children's, and the second one was to in Yakima.
Yeah, it's in Yakima.
Oh, in Tri-Cities, right? And we just get to go visit the different floors of the hospital and network with the child life specialists that work there and hear their own personal experiences and what personally has worked best for them with certain cases. So it's a really beneficial thing that we do. We've also tried to table at a few events. So we worked at the Nature of the Night event, and we talked about bedwetting issues and how parents can help deal with bedwetting with their children and how they can get their children to move past bedwetting. We also worked at Booth Central, and that was just a fun event where kids got to interact with us, and we got to explain a little bit to parents that were curious. So that was fun. We also have been doing fundraising. We've used a lot of our funds for our service activities to provide the materials for the teddy bear clinic, and for hospital visits, we've used our funds for that. Some of the fundraising we've done is we have a quarterly t-shirt sale. So we've sold t-shirts both quarters, t-shirts, sweatshirts. We talked about doing visors and socks this quarter, just fun stuff for people to be repping our club. We also have been doing a Papa Murphy's fundraiser, so we've been selling Papa Murphy's cards, and it's been pretty successful. And we're also in the works right now of having a Pampered Chef online Facebook party, as well as doing a Krispy Kreme fundraiser in the upcoming week. So a little bit about the conference. It's in Washington, D.C., and it's the largest gathering of child life professionals in the country. There are over 1,000 child life professionals here at this conference. It's a really great opportunity for us to create professional relationships and network and learn a lot of different tools and skills from actual child life specialists that are in the field from all over, even the country and the world. There are many people coming from different countries. We'll get to go to a lot of workshops and listen to seminars, and we'll get to hear about the latest research and techniques and innovations from other students that are there as well as other professionals. We'll also be able to enhance our personal development and gain a new perspective that we're not able to gain here in Ellensburg from people from all different walks of life. There's also going to be seminars, as I mentioned, and poster sessions where we can go. We all signed up for breakup groups, so we're all attending different classes the whole week so we can gather a plethora of information that we can bring back here to Central to benefit our child life club. So as I mentioned before, networking is obviously really important. This is an extremely competitive field. Sometimes you're applying for a job and there are 70 people applying, but they're only going to be accepting one person. So having a lot of professional connections is really significant for people who are applying. It also is going to give us practice for presentation skills, watching other people present. Sadly, we weren't able to present any research this year because you have to be prepared a year in advance to send your research in. However, a few of us are actually presenting at the regional conference that's coming up this week, so hopefully we'll be able to bring back information, and maybe next year we can have people that are presenting at the conference. And how it benefits is we're really going to try to get as much information back here as we can so we can build our child life program. It's grown and grown and grown over the years, so we just really want to keep getting the word of child life out there so people know about child life and so people are more interested and they can join our program.
So some of the budget justifications we have, thanks Kelsey. We are staying at the hotel in which the conference is held. We get a discount rate for staying there. We will be getting 2 rooms with 3 people per room. There is only 6 of us going. We are all 4 of the 6 will be coming back next year, 1 as a graduate student and the other will be moving out of state. So we did get a discount rate for staying at the hotel, sorry. And then we also registered for our conference early, which gave us a lower discount rate paying for that. We are carpooling to SeaTac and have family members on the west side taking us to the airport so we don't have to pay for parking. We purchased our flights 4 months in advance to get the best rate. As you know, flying to the East Coast is very expensive. And we will not be renting a car in DC. We'll just be taking a shuttle from the airport to the hotel and then from the hotel back to the airport. Our hotel fee is going to be $1,865.76. We do have 3 to a room. Unfortunately, we couldn't get 1 room with 6 people, so we will be staying 3 per room. And this is the discounted rate. Our flights and our transportation, we did request transportation for a shuttle, which is cheaper than renting a car. And then the hotel, and then the flights per student were about $405. Like I said, we purchased those 4 months early, and we are flying dual airlines. We're flying one airline there and another back just to save funds. Sometimes, you know, you can fly there for cheaper and fly back on a different airline and get a lower rate, so we did look into that. Our registration fee is $380 a person, which is a lot. But by registering early, we saved $200 because it is now $580 to register for this conference. So it is a big deal. We all pay a out-of-pocket $75 annual fee to be a part of the ACLP Foundation, which allows us to get this discounted rate. It's even more, which is astronomical. So our total funds for this trip is $6,775.76, which comes out to $1,129.29 per person. I know this looks a little bit different than what your packets have, but we have been able to do some more fundraising, which is why I wanted to present you with the most accurate numbers today. We right now have raised $300 via fundraising. Like Kelsey said, we do use our club funds to sponsor our events throughout the year. But we do anticipate that we'll at least make $50 more before we go. We have 0 on the out-of-pocket contribution because I wanted it to match your packets, but I did want to remind you that we do pay that $75 per student, which saves us about $500 for not asking for that back. And we also will not be asking for gas to the west side or parking to park our cars. We have made arrangements to park them at family members' houses and such forth. As you know, Club Senate has run out of money, so we unfortunately did not have them as a source this year, but we did get $1,300 from Senate. So our supplemental request is $5,125.76, which does not match your packet. And this does come out to $854.29 per person. That's a lot of numbers, sorry. Do you guys have any questions for us?
Just a quick one. You're paying for food out of pocket too?
Yes,
didn't see-
absolutely.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I just didn't see it on there. Make
We
sure you eat.
absolutely
Just not
didn't
thinking
even.
about
Yeah.
You're so nice.
We didn't even like throw that in there just because we all know that's a personal responsibility for ourselves. And they provide like breakfast for us, which is another reason why that like conference rate is so like astronomical. So, but the rest of our food will be out of pocket, gas will be out of pocket. Yes. Any other questions? Yeah.
Did you say you went last year too in previous years, or is this the first
Our club
time?
has been going, but I believe this is the first time that all of us are going, so it's really cool that we're all getting to experience this as our first time together. And our advisor is actually new, so this is her first time attending as well. So it's gonna be a really cool experience for all of us to take this in all together.
The numbers I show you do not include our advisor's request. Our department is funding her, so this is all going to the students. And the conference does move around every year. Last year it was in Vegas, this year it's in DC, and next year it's in Chicago. So just, like traveling to the East Coast
Luck of the draw this
bumps
year.
it up a little bit. So, yeah. Any other questions? Well, thank
Right,
you
Thank
so
you
much
guys
for your
very
time.
much.
Thank you very much, and we'll vote on this next week. We have a supplemental funding request, 1847 Society for Industrial Organization Psychology Conference. Come forward.
Okay. Hello all, my name is Jad Beard. Thank you for having me. I am wanting to go to the Society for Industrial Organizational Psychology, which is kind of like the business side of psychology. The conference is next week, from the 19th to the 21st. This year I'm a junior, which means fall quarter I'll be starting to apply for graduate programs. This is a great opportunity for me to meet with potential graduate programs that I may want to seek out with, or advisors that I may want to work with. Additionally, I'm also will be presenting my research that I've been working on since sophomore year. So that'll be great practice, and and most of the people that are attending are doing masters and PhD and professionals. I'm probably like one out of the 30 undergrads that will be going out of the 5,000 attending, so it'll be a great experience for me learning from everyone else. Yeah, and there's also going to be so many workshops with cutting edge research, new methods of using in the workplace, so that'll be really cool. And as far as coming back to Central, undergrad office is requiring me to present what I've learned at Source, so I already got that covered. So my budget, airfare is $300, transportation from Seattle and back for airport is $90. The early registration fee, which I got, was $200. The hotel is $450. And so I already asked Office of Undergrad Research, and I got committed for $500. Academic Senate, I was supposed to present yesterday, but it got canceled, so I'm going to be going next week. So hopefully I get $300 from them. And then I'm requesting the rest of it, just $340 from me. So, yeah.
What's your research on?
It's on deception detection and counterclaims. So basically what we were trying to investigate was which CEO or top or boss is better at detecting deception in employees, the one that punishes or the one that rewards more. Any guesses?
Now. Right?
No guesses?
I think it's the one that gets rewarded.
So the one that actually punishes can better detect deception because they have an increased social distance and less passive movements.
So we should punish our.
Punish them while you can.
Don't be friends.
On
Pretty
average.
sad.
It's not.
I'm not out. Don't have
Any more questions?
Any other questions? Yes.
Did you find this conference on your own? Why isn't there any more people who want to go with you?
So industrial organizational psychology is actually one of the smallest and newest fields in psychology. WPA, which I don't know if the Psych Club was presented to you, is in Portland this year, and that's like the general psych conference, but this is more civic, so it's like even better for me, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I don't know if Academic Senate has any funds left.
They do.
But
They do.
Okay, great. All right. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Any other questions? Yes.
Where is it? Where's it?
Chicago.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, fun.
Any more questions?
Okay,
Thank you very
great.
much.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
see Next week.
Thank you.
All right, we can go, move on to other business. I don't have any communications received. Yes.
Can I make a motion that we vote on hers tonight because the conference is next week? Can we do that?
You
we have
can
enough
make a motion.
people?
Are there 7 of you? There should be.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. Yep. Just Eric counts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Eric counts.
Yeah, you can make that motion.
So I make that motion.
Second.
There's a motion to approve,
Vote on.
to vote on, thank you, to vote on the number 1847 Society for Industrial Organizational Psychology Conference for $340. Is there a second?
350.
Jeanette
She said
second.
340, and this says
Yeah.
350.
So that's what the packet says, but she said 340.
We can probably get clarification, but there's a motion on the
There's a
table to
motion?
vote on this tonight.
Yes.
So let's,
Is
Huh?
there a second?
I think,
I'm seconded.
Jacket's second.
Yeah, I seconded.
yeah, Jeanette.
That was me.
All right, so there's, any more discussion?
Now you can discuss.
All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? All right,
So now we can discuss and vote on it.
yeah. Yes, Jeanette.
I think we should fund it. It's not that much, and she's going, and she seems really bright, and I think that it would help her in the long run. And I know I'm like really tired, so what I'm saying probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I think that we should fund $350, $340, whatever it is, $300 and something because she deserves it. That's what I think.
Yes.
Just clarify whether it's
That's fine.
340 or 350.
340.
There you go. Look at the 350. Just kidding.
Yes.
I like to make a motion to approve that
Oh,
$340.
yeah. That's what I meant to do. Thanks.
There's a motion on the floor and a second.
Second.
Stephanie,
I'm so tired.
any discussion? Yes.
Discussing?
No.
Discussing.
Let's vote on it.
Seeing no discussion, all in favor?
I mean,
All opposed? Any abstentions? The funding request passes.
good job, guys.
Yeah.
Go team, go.
All right, moving on to other business, communications received. I've received no communication.
Me
No.
either.
I'm not.
We'll go to the second public comment.
It's not really pub comment. I will reach out to 1845 CASA to follow up and see, since they did not show tonight. I haven't had any communication, so I don't know
I have not either.
why. But just so the committee is aware, I will follow up with them to find out why they didn't show up to present tonight.
Has it been made clear to everybody that it's at 6 now? They've been
Yes.
here before, so I have a feeling they came at 5:30 and no one was here, so they probably left.
I actually had a specific conversation with that club. They
Okay,
do
so
know
yeah.
it's at 6. Their event is, I believe, it's soon too, and they were still working out the finer details. So I'm wondering we need to just follow up on if something happened with
Yeah,
that.
it's not this weekend, it's the next weekend,
Yeah,
so. But yes, they were all sent an email that did clearly say 6
I
PM.
just wanted to make sure that they
Yeah.
weren't like waiting here and
Mhm.
then left.
I think they were actually trying to work out some of the kitchen details of scheduling that, so that might be the hangup, but yeah.
More public comment? Yes.
So I have a comment, just based on stuff we talked about at last week's meeting. I followed up with Joey afterwards. I just wanted to kind of further voice my concern and let the record show my concern over Swing Cats funding, and the fact that it's the second time they've come back for funding for an instructor. And I personally worry about the precedent we're setting by repeatedly funding an instructor for them. I mean, granted, they have done things to maybe mitigate some of that, but part of me feels like they need to be doing more because there's other things we could be funding with that money that would benefit more students and not just an instructor in that way. So I'm open to questions if anyone has questions. I just wanted the record to show that.
Would it be different if we would have given them $1,400 last quarter? to fund 2 quarters. That's just kind of what I think. They come back each quarter, but
If we
they,
just
they
did it
could
for
have
a
asked
year.
for 1,400, we wouldn't kind of might have agreed to that too and seen it differently.
I can see that.
Because I just worry that they're gonna come back in fall and be like, hey, we need more $700 more dollars, and then they're just gonna start expecting that without really trying to go somewhere else for their funding.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. You had yours before
Well,
me.
they were working on it. I know were you here when they presented?
No, but I've read it. I know they are.
They
I
were
just-
working on it. I
Mhm.
think that they had plans they talked about for in the future to moving forward
Yeah.
to have different fundraisers and things.
Yeah. They genuinely seemed like they didn't want to come back and ask us. It was almost like, tail between your legs. Like, we tried, it didn't work. We're gonna try again. And they had a clear plan. Like, they had more people, they had more money. So I feel that they are really
Okay.
trying, personally.
Did you?
I was actually just gonna say similar
Mhm.
things. They are increasing their balance. It's just not as quickly
Okay.
as they would hoped. So.
All right, any more comment? All right, we can move on to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? There's a motion. There's a second. Any discussion?
She needs names.
Maddie motion, Jeanette seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Any abstention? All right, thank you, everybody.